Today we're going to be looking at the buy, sell, holds, and trades from Week 8 fantasy football. We're going to be looking at those busts, those guys that performed big. We're going to be looking at all the players, all the games, see what happened with the recap. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going deeper than anybody else on the waiver wire, finding those hidden gems. Then we're going to do deep dives on all the trending prospects every single day, on as many prospects as possible, so you know more about those players, whether or not to pick them up, start them, bench them, trade them, whatever. And then we're going to help you set your lineups at the end of the week. This is a free resource. I dig up advanced data for you. Click that button. It's going to help you out. Plus, Ric Flair's watching. You do not want to disappoint Ric Flair. First game here. This game was a doozy. And there's a lot of games like that this week. This was a rough week. This week was a week of ass, and not in a good way. Dolphins, Falcons, 34-10. I was off on this game. I think everybody was. Kirk Cousins coming in did not look too hot. Darnell Mooney was the hot call. I had him as a gamble flex. And then I get on Twitter, and as I did live stream, there was a lot of people saying, Darnell Mooney. And I was getting it, but now I look on Twitter, he was getting hyped up a lot. And someone mentioned like him and Kirk Cousins. I was like, yeah, I still got him as a gamble flex. If you got gamble vets or gamble usual lineup plays, it's all right. But he's going to be a gamble because you're looking at Cousins here. You don't know what you're really going to get here. He's either going to light it up or do that. He did this. But I wasn't expecting this, 34-10. I was expecting more out of Bijan Robinson in the run game, 25 rushing yards. I'm not worried about him at all. I said that in the panic video. I had him in there due to this. All the low performers are in there. It is what it is. It's football. You're going to have a couple low guys in there. Kirk Cousins, this was a matchup for you, dude. And we were expecting Bijan to hit hard against this Dolphins defense. Every single running back, from Kamani Vital to Rico Dowdle. And now Bijan Robinson doesn't hit. Kyle Pitts, 9-59. Solid tight end 1 week, or usual tight end 1 week. After that, Hodge got 8 targets, 3 balls caught, 31 yards. Nothing really after that. Darnell Mooney busted. Again, upside volatile plays, what I had. This was in the cards from what I had because of the volatility here. A lot of people were expecting more. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, whoa, that's where that came from. I just saw it a few minutes ago. Jaylen Waddle hit. He hit big. 99 yards, touchdown, 5 balls caught, 6 targets. Washington's getting work. Like I said, very short average depth of target. He's either going to have to rack up catches and yards, and for him to get the yards, he's going to have to rack up the yak or score that touchdown. He was all right this week. Devin Achane hit again. He hits every single week. Safest player out there. He's safe. Ollie Gordon getting work. Got a touchdown in the passing game. He's getting opportunities. I want him cuffed with Achane. If I have Achane, I'm cuffing that up. I'm cuffing that up so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And now you're looking at Nick Westbrook. Touchdown gamble in some of these matchups. You're not using them in traditional 12-team leagues. You're not looking at that. And you're starting to see Jalen Wright's name start to creep up there. 28 yards. Deeper leagues, he's a shotgun back. If something happens to Achane, Gordon's the pickup. Wright's the shotgun, Keaton Mitchell. Bengals, Jets, we got firepower in this matchup. And I did not call that out. I did not call that out at all. Matter of fact, I wasn't really thinking about the flow. Really, I just knew I did not know what to expect from the quarterback position of Fields. But I definitely did not say 39-38. Flacco versus Fields. I had a few start-sit questions with that. My thing with that was Fields more upside, Flacco safe. Flacco was safe. Fields had a little bit more upside, and he was pretty much safe. 31 yards on the ground. Both quarterbacks solid. This matchup was solid. Breece Hall. I was in on Breece Hall this week due to the Bengals defense. That cashed. Isaiah Davis got some work as well. 5 balls caught, 44 yards. He's getting work in the passing game. Last week, he got work in the passing game too. Tyler Johnson's creeping up. Earlier this year, outside of Garrett Wilson, behind Garrett Wilson, He was next in line in routes ran, and I was wondering if that was going to emerge. It is. Mason Taylor got his touchdown. He's a touchdown gamble, even though he's getting his volume of 8 targets, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish, that range every week. It's still the Jets. The volume, you can't count on it. Touchdown gamble every week till further notice. Chase Brown's starting to come back. He's starting to come back a little bit. He's a fairway running back, 10, 12, 15-ish fantasy points every single week with Flacco there. P. Ryan could be a sneaky play. If you're in a 16-teamer, P. Ryan is a guy to think about. He's a guy to think about. Chase got 19 targets. Flacco's locking into him. Higgins just got 2. Nobody else got anything. Chase Brown got a touchdown through the air. 2 touchdowns in his matchup. Chase Brown might be coming back. 39-38. Good volume in this matchup. Browns, Patriots. The main thing I said about this matchup is I did not want to touch it. I knew it was a gamble matchup, and Drake May was the safest play. Going through this, damn, I was right. Dillon Gabriel can't throw further than 5 yards. Another outing like this. Stefanski said that he's still rolling Gabriel, but we'll see during the bye. We'll see. They're going to catch a lot of hate. I think Gabriel and Stefanski are together, and Stefanski's riding this ship until he gets fired. So if ownership wants Gabriel out, if they want a quarterback change, they got to fire Stefanski. I think that's the goal here if you want the change. Drake May, solid. Drake May getting it. Mac Hollins emerges. He emerges with every team he plays with. Falcons, Raiders, Dolphins, if I remember right. He's going to have a couple more games like this. Kayshon Boutte was at back-to-back weeks with touchdowns. 375, 10, 16 points. Douglas, 144. They don't need to throw it much more. 32-13. This game was over. It was road dog. Browns started off kind of strong, but they were like in script in their gimmick plays. Short to intermediate. Targeting the tight ends. Fanning gets that touchdown. It was over. Quinshon Judkins gets banged up. They got a bye week next week. I'm not too worried. You're just going to have to watch it. Next man up for me would be Dillon Sampson because he was getting work in the passing game. Sampson got 6 targets. Bond got 4 targets in his matchup. Judy sucked. Got nothing on 2 targets. The Browns suck. They got to change quarterback. The only person you want on this team is Judkins. And maybe you want to play around with the tight ends. It's going to be volatile, but the workload's there. Travion Henderson, 10 carries, 75 yards. Again, advantageous game script. Maybe they should give him double-digit touches every single week, see what happens. And Drake May spreading the ball around like I've been saying the last couple weeks. He's been spreading it around. Giants, Eagles, I think the main thing we see from this game is Skattebo getting hurt. We're so sad about that. 58 points scored in this game. Hurts, 179 yards, 4 touchdowns. Barkley goes off. Bigsby, 104. Barkley gets banged up, groin injury. Watch that. He's supposed to be back. They're on bye, but maybe he's not. Maybe that comes up in a week or so anyways. Groin injuries, soft tissue injuries, they can be hectic. Tyrone Tracy, next man up, did not do anything with it. Without Skattebo, I wonder if that's going to hurt Dart. I wonder if that's going to hurt him. He's got a rushing touchdown. I wonder if that's going to impact him. It would. I think it would. Skattebo was on pace to do a lot of shit in this game. He was getting a lot of work. He was making some noise. Whenever I was watching Red Zone looking up, it was Skattebo. And then he got hurt. Darius Slayton back out there, 5 targets. Deep ball dandy. Maybe you want to gamble with that in deeper leagues in your flex. Devonta Smith, 6 for 84. We got there. Dotson got the touchdown. Goddard got 2. Been solid. Saquon Barkley got a touchdown. Through the air. Yeah, Barkley went off. We're watching the injury. I'm just sad about Skattebo. Bills, Panthers. This one was another ass game, and not in a good way. Dalton. We were hoping he'd perform like he did last year. That did not happen. Rico Dowdle, 8 carries, 54 yards. Not bad, but Chuba gets the touchdown. Rico hasn't been bad. He should be getting more work. Jimmy Horn's name keeps coming up here. and he's starting to get more work. Something to pay attention to in future years. T-Mac, fine. 10 targets. 10 targets. Coker, 3 for 36. Nothing else in the passing game to mention. James Cook goes off. 216, 2 touchdowns. And then we're road dogging. Khalil Shakir gets a touchdown. Nobody else in the passing game. Khalil Shakir is really the only wide receiver to own in fantasy. Only 1.5. Outside of that, no. Josh Allen in the pocket today. The Panthers were getting after him, and he was spinning out of shit. He was throwing spinning shit. He was throwing spinning shit in the pocket, getting away. He had that one throw. He got sacked once while trying to spin out of shit. But Josh Allen, fun to watch. Just 163 and a touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. But still, he was fun to watch today. Ravens, Bears, and even with Lamar Jackson out, Ravens cash. 30-16 here. Derrick Henry, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. We get it. Against the Bears, they give up fantasy points to running backs. They had some tighter matchups recently, but before that, Swift gets the touchdown. Caleb Williams, 285 and a pick. Huntley, 186 and a TD. Now you're looking at it down here. Zay Flowers, 7 balls caught, 63 yards. After that, you're looking at the Kohler touchdown. Rashad Bateman got you 7 PPR fantasy points. Nothing much, but Zay Flowers at least got you to the fairway. Considering the quarterback play, you'll take that. Odunze goes off. DJ Moore gets you to the fairway a little bit. So you get good pushback in this matchup for fantasy. That's all we're looking at with 46 total points scored. Swift, Henry both getting you a little bit. Huntley getting you some rushing yards. If you're in a deeper league and you had to start him, he's fine. I look for Lamar Jackson to be back, but if you got to start Huntley and Lamar Jackson's out, at least you know you got rushing potential. Here's a sneaky play. Keaton Mitchell, 4 carries, 43 yards. That is something to pay attention to. He's hella explosive. All it takes is 1 carry, like Isaac Rondo last year, can get you a lot of fantasy points on 1 touch. Niners, Texans. This was one of the matchups I didn't like. I just thought it was going to be a weird game script. It was kinda. But we did get some good back and forth scoring-wise. Stroud goes off 318, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Woody Marks, 62 yards. Nick Chubb, 56 yards. Yeah, they're splitting it. It's gambles every week with them. Now you're starting to see a carousel effect here, and maybe that's how the Texans offense has to roll. With Nico Collins back, he is going to suck up the targets, but you got a carousel effect here. 6 targets for Hutch. Noel got 6. Higgins got 8. 4 to Marks. Barrios got 5. Like, it's spreading around. 38 targets, and you have all those pass catchers. It should look like, but it is spreading around. You got the touchdown for Hutch and the touchdown for Higgins. All Noel needed to keep up with those guys was a touchdown, but he still got you to the fairway. He was an upside play. At least he got you to the fairway. Juwan Jennings. When I looked at this matchup, I had a lot of Jennings questions. I think it was off. I thought he was going to be a safer play. He did get 7 targets. Like, that's what I was seeing, the 7 targets. It just didn't fire. I didn't see the upside with him, though. I told some people to go away, and some people say, hey, he's going to get to work. So I don't know what happened with that, but he did get 8.5 PPR fantasy points. He busted. Kendrick Bourne, actually, I thought him and Mac Jones, I thought that was a connection. That busted. George Kittle was a start for me. 8 touchdown, 8 points from 4 catches and 43 yards. Solid week. Tight end 1 numbers. Christian McCaffrey, he busted this week. 3 balls caught, 43 yards, 25 yards on the ground. I'm not worried about it, but still, his yards per carry every single week, except for 1, has been average or mostly below average. Looking at this matchup, though, you're seeing CJ Stroud come into stride here. He could be turning it around for the back end of the season. Saints, Bucs, and the Saints bust up another game script. That's always my worry with the Saints, and they've been doing a good job until the last 2 games, this one last week, not fucking up the game script. They fucked this one up again. They fuck it up again, and they hurt our fantasy football assets. And I've been worried about Spencer Rattler all year, And I've been telling you, he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then we get this shit. You get this shit. I hate Spencer Rattler. I hate the Saints. They're messing up 2 game scripts here. Messing up the other side. They messed up Baker Mayfield. Look at the run game here for the Bucs. Sean Tucker, Rashad White. Yards per carry, game in and game out, has been awful since week 2. Tez Johnson, 9.3 PPR fantasy points. Emeka didn't get it on 9 targets. It just didn't hit. They didn't need him to hit either. They didn't need him to hit. There's no pushback. They're not targeting Alvin Kamara. They're not targeting him. That he's not getting work in the passing game. Rashid Shaheed's an upside play. 12 targets in this matchup because they're down so much. Couldn't really get the cash. 9 balls caught, 75 yards. I had some questions about him. I don't know if I gave a direct answer. I just said, hey, he's always an upside play. You're either going to shoot for that 20 and risk that 5, or you're going to go for that fairway player. He's an upside play every single week. He kind of got you. He pushed towards it. He didn't get you there, but he pushed towards it. Chris Olave hits every week. Juwan Johnson was fine, 10.3. Everything else sucked. Nothing else for the Saints. This matchup got busted by the Saints and Spencer Rattler. Thank you, Spencer Rattler. This is another busted game script. I knew the Broncos was probably going to come out on top in this matchup. I didn't think it would bust up like this. Too many busted game scripts this week. Dak Prescott, 2 picks, 188 yards, 31 rushing yards. Thank God Javonte Williams scored the touchdowns. 41 rushing yards is pretty rough. We got to see a little bit more Jaden Blue out there, which is fine. J.K. Dobbins goes off. R.J. Harvey goes off. Running backs go off against the Cowboys. I had R.J. Harvey as a flex going into this week due to the Cowboys' defense. Some people took that offer, took that idea. Some didn't. J.K. Dobbins goes off. Some people wondered why they should start. I was like, why not? It's the Cowboys game. 4 touchdowns, Bo Nix. Troy Franklin. This is the matchup of all matchups to look at him. Cortland Sutton. I mean, they didn't really need him that much. They had some back and forth to start. Troy Franklin, short to intermediate. 2 touchdowns, though. Pat Bryant, we were excited about him going into the year. We're starting to merge. Evan Ingram. Not enough, but good enough, I guess, if you had to. George Pickens isn't going to die. Even with CeeDee Lamb back, he ain't going to die. Both of them, 14-ish fantasy points, 10 targets for Lamb, 9 for Pickens. Not going to die. Tolbert had that late touchdown. After that, nothing for the Cowboys. This game script had some good back and forth to it. Some good scoring here. A lot of points. Hitting the over. Again, 68 total points. All in all, decent fantasy back and forth. Colts, Titans. Of course, this is a bust-ass game script. We were expecting that. What do you expect from Titans games? They give you bust-ass game scripts. Even when the other team comes out flat, they'll figure out a way to make it ugly. And you're looking at the Titans here. Just look at this. 259 yards from Ward, a touchdown, a pick. Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard splitting up the workload almost damn near 50-50. So the Titans has been ass enough. Now they're just making it even worse. Now it's double ass. Now you got DK firing back-to-back weeks. Back-to-back weeks. That's something to pay attention to. Chigakwanku is always getting like 5-ish targets, but not enough production to help you in fantasy. Ella Game Manor, 9 PPR fantasy points. Like he's out there, but we cannot get that production. Gunnar Helm gets the touchdown, but no one started him. You're looking at the Colts side. Like we said, Jonathan Taylor's going to go off. That's not really a call. Danny Dimes has been solid all year long. And it's this passing game, man. Michael Pittman, good. 8 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Alec Pierce, 7, 8 fantasy points. Tyler Warren was fine for the tight end spot. Wide receiver spot, I'd be worried. Tight end spot, fine. Josh Downs got the score, so he saved you. John Taylor even got more work. Amir Abdullah keeps coming up there in the numbers. Like, that's very sad for Giddens. Giddens starting to get phased out. If Taylor ever goes down, you want Amir Abdullah. He's the next man up. Those are the buy, sells, holds, and trades from Week 8 fantasy football. Let me know your moves in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.